Take it away, baby.
Okay, cool. All right, AI talk. So I want you to discover how you can transform your operations, reduce cost, accelerate your growth, maximize your output without the overhead of having to expand your team. Now, disclaimer, you are still going to need team members. I don't want to completely replace every single person that you guys have hired, right? My goal is to be able to maximize the output with the current team you already have and maybe potentially replace them, right? Okay, so these are the 3 employees that I have replaced with AI, okay? Graphic designers, copywriters, and video editors, an additional CSM, and a setting team. These are the 3 positions that I was able to replace, okay? So my goal, there's a training problem. Do we all know how long it takes normally on average to train somebody? It takes a lot, right? And normally it takes about 7 times of repeating the same exact task, the same exact SOP to one of our employees in order for them to actually get it. We have to say it 7 times, bare minimum, for them to actually remember it. And then they could still fuck up afterwards because they could forget. A month can pass by, you may figure it, and then you train it once and it works all the time. And it's 24/7 and it doesn't ask for a raise, right? Cool, so how much does it actually cost, right? On average, an employee will cost you at least $50,000 a year on salaries, right? Or maybe a combination of 2 VAs. That's most likely on average how much it's costing you for one human only, right? It takes you about 3 to 6 months to have him fully trained to full productivity, okay? Time management, and you still have the risk of having turnover, right? And then replacement cost. Now you have to start again with another person if they decide to quit, right? And this happens a lot with setters. Maybe they come in, they see the volume that you have, and they're like, no, I don't really want to do this, you know? Or maybe they're working with multiple people, with multiple companies. And then they're like, I don't like this one, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go to another one. Now you have to replace it, and you have to start all over again. AI can cost you around $1,000 a month on subscriptions, which that equals to $12,000 a year. So just with this one switch, if I am able today to replace at least 1 person inside of your guys' team, you will be able to save at least on average $38,000 on yearly salaries on year 1 alone. This is money that you can reinvest into growth, marketing, or product development, okay? So my goal today is to be able to replace at least 1 person into your guys' team. I want to be able to at least save you guys those $38,000 on average that I promise, okay? Perfect. So then you can stop spending your valuable time on repetitive training and start building systems that actually scales effortlessly, okay? Content. This, you guys have already seen it if you guys are still inside of the community. These are the 3 apps that I have used to automate as much as possible our content. Number 1, Poppy AI. Number 2, Gling AI. And number 3, Pixel AI, okay? These are the 3 apps that I've used to optimize our content creation. All good?
And remember, guys, you guys can get all these slideshows.
Yeah, you guys are receiving all of these slideshows at the end of the mastermind. Yeah. What was your question? Okay. So, Poppy. Poppy, you guys have heard us talking about it a lot of times, right? This is a AI that we use we use it for multiple things, but one of them is to creating picture ads. Our best performing and most converting picture ads have been created all by Poppy. With Poppy, what do you do? As you can see here, we have 2 bubbles, right? Us personally, we have 2 avatars, right? You guys can do the same exact thing if you want to do it per industry or per different avatar that you guys are targeting, right? So in this bubble right here, this is where you put all your prompting and all the data that you want to feed it so that it's trained on specifically doing that one task alone, okay? So what we did, we have, this is the credit repair that want to add funding, right? So here we have the prompt of everything that I want them to do, right? This is the targeting, this is the pain this avatar has, this is the benefits of using this specific product over any other, right? So all of those pain points and specifications over that avatar, we're going to be putting in a text portion, right? This is super easy. You guys, this is drag and drop, just type. You know, like it's nothing complicated. You don't need, you can get it without watching a YouTube tutorial, okay? And then I added some of our best performing picture ads as guidance, okay? And then all you do is just connect to the chat, which again is just a drag and drop option. And then here you're gonna have the chat where you can ask them to create something. So you see, I know it's a little small, but right here it says create image. You just click create image, and then you can tell them a small prompt. With this one, I always try to do as little prompting as possible. It already has a lot of information here. It already knows what I want and what I need them to do. Here, I already told them, you're a professional image creator, you know, you're creating ads. This is the formats I want, is 1x1 or 16:9, you know, so here it already knows all of these things, okay? So when we're doing the prompt here, we don't need to go too in depth in it, okay? All I tell them is, I want you to create me a new picture ad for the avatar of a credit repair owner that wants to add funding as a service, generate. That's it. And then it generates me the picture. The moment this creates me a picture and I test it on ads and I get conversions, I put it back inside here. And then it keeps on making more. So, for example, this one I made, but this one and this one he made. Poppy made this from this specific board. Once it generated conversions for us, I grabbed it and I put it back inside here, so that it can keep getting more. And then the more you make, the more you have, you just keep giving them to them, so that you can make different ones, okay? Then same I did here for the different avatar, right? Questions? Okay. Yes. Yes, so the only prompting I do here, I can tell them like, make sure to create it in 1x1. And then once I have it, I can ask it, okay, now do the same exact picture, don't change anything, make it 16:9.
Does it create videos?
No.
How about if you download a picture of yourself, will it create it?
What do you mean?
Picture of you?
That's another software.
Oh.
Yeah, you can use other softwares for that, not for this.
And like, okay, you're better gonna
Yes.
say, yo, my whole course was off the pop.
Yes. So we use it also for scripting YouTube videos and VSL videos. So all the scripts for it, we all make them inside of Poppy. Again, on Poppy is very, very easy on giving them the prompts. Like normally, if you want to train like a ChatGPT chat, right? And you want to grab YouTube videos, you will have to go use a different tool, transcribe the whole YouTube video, and you have to give to ChatGPT the transcript. You can't give them the YouTube link. It's gonna tell, or the Loom link. It's gonna tell you, I'm sorry, this is a private link. I can read the title, you know, and the description, but I don't know everything that is saying in the video. You have to transcribe it. With this one, it has an option, a button that says YouTube videos. You just grab, copy and paste the link. One thing that I forgot on the video, on the picture ads, you guys know you can go to the Facebook ads library, right? You can see other people's. Poppy has an option, and you can put Facebook ads library, and you just grab the link of the Facebook ads library of the ad of the person. You just grab it in there, and it saves it. So you don't have to be there screenshotting, you know, like, or downloading. Mostly if it's a video, you can't do it technically, you know. So like that one has an option with a link. Same goes for the YouTube videos. So for example, this one is the board that I use for the scripting of my YouTube videos. And in here, I just grabbed some videos that I have watched that I know that I liked the frameworks of how they write YouTube videos. So just videos where they teach you, this is how you're supposed to structure it. Here you've got to put a soft CTA in the middle, you know, and so on and so forth, so that the bot can be trained on how to write me the most perfect YouTube video. Right? Then I added some videos that I had made, and I just told them like, this is me, so that you can get an idea of how I talk, right? So that it knows how I talk, so that it doesn't give me like some words that I would have never used in the first place. right? And then again, some prompts. So I told them the target audiences of my two avatars, and then I always give them a FAQ list of all the questions that you guys have asked us in sales calls, so that I always tell them when I'm making a YouTube video, make sure that you're using at least one of the FAQs to make the video around it. Does that make sense? Cool. So this one is a bubble that I never touch, right? What I do is that let's say that I'm doing a new video. For example, this one that you guys see here, it was about the A2P verification, right? So what I did outside of this bubble, I just grabbed my SOP on how to get approved for the A2P verification. I just added it. You connect it to the board. I asked to create me the YouTube video, and then I just deleted the SOP afterwards. So if you want to make a specific topic and you want to give them extra information about that so that it can make the script even better, you just start grabbing things, adding them, and then delete them once you're done. Okay? This can make you scripts for the YouTube, for short form content, for anything, for VSLs. This is how you guys are all receiving VSL scripts from me. I grab all of your guys' video. For example, for David, when I made your script, I grabbed all the links of your reels, right, of your page, so that it knows how you talk already, right? So that's how I already had your lingo, how I already had like words that you normally say, right? I just grabbed all the links of his Instagram posts, or if they have YouTube videos, even better, right? And I can just grab a link, copy a link, and paste. Now it knows how he talks, and now I tell him, like, write me a VSL script for David. And then he does it all. With, of course, all the data points and data that we gave him. Okay? How do you edit your videos, right? Now, of course, you're still going to be needing a human that reviews all of this. If you're a one-man show and you want to do it, at least it's going to, expedite the process of all of this, right? But you still want to have a human doing this part because there can be mistakes, right? But Gling AI, what it does is that it edits every single one of your YouTube videos in within seconds based off of the script that you have of the video, right? So it transcribes the whole thing for you. And then when you are editing it, if whoever is going to be editing it for you, all they have to do is, have you guys ever edited a video from Loom? Yeah. That you can just delete the words and it just cuts? Yeah. Same exact thing. So you can just delete the words. You still obviously have in the bottom the timestamps. So if you want to cut it from here, you can push show cuts. Then you can split it, you can add the pace. So normally I always recommend everybody to speed up your videos naturally already at 1.2 so that it can be a little shorter, a little faster. And then if people want to actually speed it up even more, then they can, right? But I naturally already speed up all of my video to 1.2. What are some other things that you can do with Gling AI? Of course, auto-captions, auto-zooms. So you know how sometimes you want to have the change of the camera that goes forward and backward, does it automatically. You can moderate it here how many times you want it or how close and how far out you want it to be. Then you can do automatically generate B-rolls. So it will just add all the B-rolls clips, and then all you do is just shrink them a little bit, change them if they don't make sense, and they have a whole library and you can generate them all with AI as well. You can enhance the audio. So if sometimes like I have some clients that they don't have a mic, and they give me the VSL and it sounds like crap, I just put it inside here, click and enhance audio, and then it sounds perfect. Makes it crisp, removes any background noise or anything like that. And then something else here, it's right on the bottom, it doesn't show here, but it changes the background. So you guys have seen it, I posted it in our community. It changes the complete background. So you can just select what you want to keep on the frame, and then it changes the whole background studio for you. So if you don't have an amazing, backdrop, this one can make it out for you. Something else that is very cool that has saved me a lot of times is, on YouTube videos when there's the timestamps, what is it called? The chapters, right? In order to make those, what you have to do is in the description, you will have to put the timestamp. So from 0 seconds to 1 minute, I talked about this, and then put the title, and you have to actually write it into your YouTube description in order for it to show, right? So you will have to be there okay, how from this time to this time I talked about this, you know, you have to do it all manually. Gling AI does it for you. You just click on chapters and it gives you the whole thing with all the titles as well. So then you just copy it, paste it into your YouTube description, and you're done. Does that make sense?
Hey guys, so what about this? So it creates the script for the idea for you. All you gotta do is say what it's saying to you, and then give that video to this. So, and then if you want to clone yourself with AI, you can get that script, use the clone, and then it could say what you're saying. But that's a whole other thing. We haven't done that, but just to create ideas, this is perfect for you.
It doesn't do fancy editing, you know, so like it's not gonna have like, you know, split screens and stuff like that, anything like that, but at least the basic editing that then you can give to an editor, because sometimes editors, they charge you per minute, and if you give them already a video that has a lot of cuts that you already have to take or to remove, or ums and buts, right? You can at least do all of this. You can have your VA just do this, run it through here, enhance the audio, and then you give it to an editor that actually puts, you know, like emojis or whatever the hell you guys want to put.
Does this automatically clip out the fuck-ups?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
It takes off all the bad takes, the ums and stuff like that.
And that takes a tremendous amount of time.
Yes.
You guys know editing? Let me tell you.
Now, of course, you also do, when you're recording a video, try to always do it as best as possible, right? But, and if you fuck up, you know, just restart from the sentence before, so that it can detect, okay, like she resaid the same exact thing as before, I gotta take off the first one, you know?
You don't have to upload a script, it does it like, it just does it. Okay, cool.
Yes. Create your own thumbnails. Pixel AI. So this one, this is how it looks on when you're creating it, right? So what you can do, you can use prompts. I don't like doing too much the prompts. It doesn't do like you have to go too in detail, you know, like too much, and it just doesn't work well. What I do is click on recreate. So Steal Like an Artist. Everybody wrote that book? Read that book? Steal Like an Artist? No? Okay, so stealing like an artist. We're gonna be stealing like an artist here, right? So what we do is we go to YouTube, we find a thumbnail that we like, right? We grab the link, we paste the link right here, and then we create our persona. So you see, Javi right here, right? So you upload 10, 15 pictures of yourself, and you create your persona. Now it knows how you look like, okay? So you paste the link of the YouTube video that you want to recreate, you select your persona. If you want, you can put also a prompt. I normally don't really put too much prompting, unless it's like, for example, let's say that in the thumbnail it said, how I made $10,000 last month, and I wanna say, change 10,000 to 100,000 instead, right? That's basic prompting.
Arriba va el link
De-
con la que me gustó.
Con la portada que te gustó. Exacto. So here in the top, you put the YouTube link of the thumbnail that you liked of a different creator, right? And then you select your persona. If you want to put any prompting, you can. I normally put it empty. The only one that I put is for my thumbnails, because there's a lot more male creators than female creators, and mostly for the type of video that we make, right? So when I put a thumbnail of a guy and then I pick my persona, it looks like me, but like with a beard. So I look like a guy. So the only prompt I put when I make my thumbnails is make sure you're replacing the persona with persona cla. That's the only prompt I do. And then if there's something I don't like at that point, then I click on edit and I modify them. Every single thumbnail that you guys are going to see in Javi's and I's YouTube channel, they're all made by Pixel AI. Every single one of them.
Do you edit the headline, do the prompt if you don't like the headline?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Those are not us. Those are imposters.
Yeah, I'm about to sue them.
No entiendo todavía cómo cada Javi le queda perfecto.
Those
Ayer le decía a Clarisa que tu foto queda perfecta.
Those are not his tattoos, you know? Those are not his tattoos.
So you
guys just upload your own photos and then...
yeah.
It creates the little persona, and then you just grab a YouTube link of a thumbnail that you liked, and it recreates it.
A mí me deforma todo.
Different
Okay. Tienen que poner mejores fotos tuyas.
It makes the poses. Yeah, it makes the poses. The pictures are normal pictures. Like obviously like a headshot, you know, like you don't want something with a, you know, a bunch of people around, you know, but like a simple picture.
It's so crazy. I do like professional headshots.
Yeah.
Like specifically for YouTube thumbnails with different poses.
Yeah.
Like, all you gotta do is put in like 5 to 10 pictures and does it. Yeah, like
Yep.
all those poses, I didn't do none of that. I haven't taken a YouTube
Not me,
picture,
not my nails.
Ever since I haven't done it.
To make the persona, you only
Sí.
do it once.
Yes. Yes.
¿Por qué te dan pictures?
¿Viste lo que hace? Again, it's
10.
so good. 10?
10 pictures.
¿Viste lo que me hace?
10 is the minimum.
Empieza la cosa de
Put more, don't you?
Yeah.
Or like different poses.
Are you using it too? Did you try it? Yeah?
Yeah, I've been using it for like 3 months.
Nice.
Oh, Colin, you ready to do this? Beautiful.
There you go, another example. Looks pretty cool. Now, what are the AI processes that I use in order to have a leaner and more efficient CSM team? Number 1, we have a call reviewer and note taker for sales calls closed, sales calls lost, one-on-one coaching calls, and onboarding calls. Okay? 4 note takers. AI CSM, and then we have a credit report analyzer to analyze every single one of your clients' credit reports in seconds from onboarding, automatically. We're gonna go in detail into all of them. Imagine having a bot, an AI bot that reviews every single call, summarizes it, leaves notes, and organizes it all for you. Every sales call lost. So you have a closer, right? They don't close the call. What happens next? You have to review the call, leave notes in the CRM, do the follow-ups afterwards. But what if there was a bot that within seconds of you finishing the Zoom call, it reviews and tells you what you're doing wrong into a Slack message? It tells you everything. The mood of the person, what the closer fucked up on, you know, what he could have said, what was the percentage of closability of the client, so we can identify if it was actually someone that we could have closed and he messed up on, or if it was just someone that it wasn't closable at all and it's not his fault, right? And then he adds all the notes into the CRM. How many of you guys have a closer? Okay. Have you ever had the issue of a closer not leaving notes? Or you having to be on top of them?
Yeah.
Automatically. There's no forgetting the notes. Or even if you're your own closer, how many times do you forget? Or like, oh, I have a call right after. Like back to back. I don't have the time to leave the notes on that one. And by the time that I'm done with all the calls throughout the day, I already forgot what the first guy told me. And I just trying to go based off of my memory, right? And then, I don't know, like, I get annoyed, I get lazy, and I'm like, I just put a little note, you know, like something like, oh, he told me his grandma, blah, 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 and that's it, you know, like, oh, he wanted to buy a house. No real explanation of everything, right? It does it in within seconds. No more missing notes in the CRM. And no more reviewing calls that weren't supposed to be reviewed in the first place. Because what if the bot tells you the percentage of closability of this lead was 10%? This client wasn't qualified. You as the sales manager or, you know, like the business owner, you don't have to go and review that call to make sure that the person didn't do right? Because the bot is already telling you like, hey, that person wasn't qualified. It doesn't matter what he did or did wrong, you know? Sales calls closed. So what if every time that we close a call, it reviews the call, summarizes it, breaks it down, and gives details to the CSM directly on what's the goal of this specific client and what he wants from us, right? And then he obviously adds notes to the CRM. If you guys are using Monday or whatever other CRM to track the clients once they're actually a client, he makes all the notes on that one as well, right? So like now, have you ever had to call a bank, right? Or customer support in general, and you have to explain the whole story, right? Explain the whole story, blah, blah, blah. And then tell you, oh, okay, cool, I got to redirect it to this department. Okay, Then you get directed, right? And now repeat the whole story again. Then now I gotta redirect you, you know? Repeat the whole story again, right? Isn't that annoying? So that's how we do not want our clients to feel once they're getting onboarded, right? We want to have the sales team and the CSM team working together so they communicate, so that they have all the information about this client. So when this person does the onboarding call, right, the CSM says, oh, I know, like this person told me, like my closer told me during your call that this is what you wanted to do because you wanted to do that, right? Like now the client feels heard, right? It feels like, okay, there's communication, there's synergy in this team, right? They're talking to each other. I don't have to explain the whole thing every single time, right? But what if they don't communicate? What if the closer either didn't do it or just didn't have enough time to do it and talk to the CSM team? Or maybe just forgot about one detail. We're humans at the end of the day. We're gonna forget things. So what if you can summarize everything and gives you a detailed breakdown of everything that the client wants so that your CSM team knows everything that it's supposed to know from the sales team without either party to be involved, right? No more miscommunication. And then onboarding calls. So if you guys have ever trained a CSM, right, they're going to be doing all the onboarding calls for you, right? But sometimes they fuck up. Sometimes they forget things. I want to make sure that they're going through the whole checklist of everything that I want them to ask the client, to touch all the touch points that I want him to cover with the client, right? But it would be crazy if I had to review every single one of the onboarding calls. I might as well do them.
Which we used to do.
Which we used to do.
And the sales calls as well. Which reviewing sales calls is brutal.
So I don't want to be taking the time of reviewing every single onboarding call. If not, I would do them myself, right? So like, what if we had a bot that can rate how well the CSM did the call, and if the CSM covered every single one of the points that you want them to talk over, right, for me. So like now I know, the bot tells me, clap, danger, watch this call, something happened. The client was feeling iffy. The client showed anger. Now I can go review that specific call only. I can check everything the client told, right? So if you join on board now and you tell my CSM, I want to do a VSL funnel instead of a DM strategy, I receive the notification. I know, okay, David wants to do DM strategy. He doesn't want to do VSL. So those are the steps that we have to take, right? So I need to know all of those things. And I will have to review the call, or my CSM will have to give me a breakdown afterwards, and then they're not organized, right? And then he will have to copy paste it, put it into Monday as an update, so on and so forth. The bot does it automatically for us. No more reviewing call by call. One-on-one client calls, right? So whether it's you, whether it's your CSM, whoever is doing those calls, what this bot can do is, again, rate the client's mood. So we know if the client is frustrated, we know if the client is happy, we know if the client is anxious, right? We know the issues that the client had and the solutions that the CSM provided him based on the problems that he had, right? So we have a to-do list for the CSM and for the client. So like now the CSM has a checklist of everything that he promised that he was gonna do on that call, right? And then we have a to-do list for the client so that the CSM can copy paste that, send that to Circle. Hey, these are the recap of everything that we need to do after this call, right? And then it suggests you topics of content based on the questions that the client was asking you. So if it detects that there is a question that was asked multiple times, it will give you ideas. Hey, based off of this call, he asked how to do the pixel. You should do a video about that if you don't have it already, right? We have the same exact thing also on our group coaching calls. I just don't think many of you guys have group coaching calls for your guys' offer, but we have it as well for group coaching calls. And it gives us topic ideas of contents that we have to create based off of the most frequently asked questions that you guys are asking every single day into the one-on-one calls and group coaching calls, right? No more missing tasks. This is going to help us being able to keep every client accountable, right? Because we have a task, we have a to-do list This is what I have to do for him to move forward. This is what he has to do for me to move forward, right? Just makes it easier, okay? How do we set this up though? How does this work? This is the simple version. I will also show the complicated version, right? So the apps that we need in order to make this happen are going to be N8N. Has anybody ever heard it, used it? No? N8N is Zapier on crack, okay? The easiest way to describe it. We have Slack. Everybody in this room should have Slack, right? And then Fathom or similar, so a note taker. Any of those two? Question?
Otter. I'm just saying that's similar to Phantom is Otter. That's what I
Yeah, Otter, any note taker will work. Zapier on crack.
No.
N8N.
Sí.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's like Zapier, but much better. Okay? So what happens? The trigger is whenever the note taker completes the recording. So whenever the note taker is done, has transcribed the call, right? We're gonna receive a Slack bot notification, okay? This Slack bot notification, it will look something like this, simple message. It tells you who took the call, right? So it will say, class, select an option for this call. It will tell you the name of the date and the time of the call and what type of call that was, right? We click on respond, a new page opens up, and then here's where I select what type of call that was. So I just gotta select the same thing, right? So if it was a group call, sales call lost, whatever the case may be. I just click that button. The moment I click that button, then everything else happens. The bot reviews the call, summarizes it, and gives you the output into Slack and into the CRMs, okay? So this is the simple way of looking at this. This is the complicated way. This is how it actually works. This is how it looks like in the back end, right? So here, just to make it a little simple, right? Here we have the people. So you have your closer, you have the CSM, you know, whoever is taking the calls, right? This thing right here in the middle, this is the path where we were before that we were selecting, right? So there's 4 options, right? So that's what this is right here. And then it just goes into each one of them, right? So we have the sales call lost, closed, lost, one-on-one calls, group coaching calls, and onboarding calls, right? Okay. What starts is the bot, right? That we use ChatGPT with it. We trained it with ChatGPT. And it has the master prompt inside, which tells them what is the output that I want into each one of them, because they're all different, right? One is for the sales call closed, so that one, you're speaking directly to the CSM. This is the things that I want you to analyze. This is the things that I want you to give back, right? So each one has their own specific prompt inside. Then it sends us a Slack message into into Slack, right? For each one of the different channels, right? Because a sales call closed is going to be into the onboarding channel. A sales call lost is going to be in sales calls review. A one-on-one coaching calls goes to support, right? A group coaching call goes to support, and an onboarding call goes to onboard channel. Okay, so I have them systemized into my Slack, right? And then of course it gives back to GHL, goes back to GHL, and then Monday is what I use to track my clients. So then it automatically puts updates inside of Monday with everything that happened. Cool? Cool. AI CSM. This is what's helping us right now with our school community, so that people don't bomb us with questions, right? And this is a tool that you guys have all access to, so you guys can start using it as well if you're not using it already. So the apps that you would need in order to make this happen are Superbase, Lovable, and Poppy. So Poppy, we talked about it before, right? This is the bot that we use to train it, and then it creates a chat, right? Where it gives us a prompting, right? Lovable is an AI tool that you can use to create apps. So you just, by talking to the person, you're just creating an app. That you guys see here, this is our AI, this is the app, right? So it looks like our glorified ChatGPT. This, built with this, just talking to it. I have no clue how to code. I don't know, if you open that thing up, I have no clue how that works. I just told him, I don't like the background, make it black. I want it to look kind of like ChatGPT. I want you to put me in emojis. I like emojis. I want you to separate it, replace this, rename it to that. Add me simple emojis, embed me a video. This is the link to the video that I want you to embed, you know? It does it all just by talking to him. Just having a conversation just like you have it with ChatGPT. Right? And then Superbase is where it's already integrated together with Lovable. And Superbase is what you're going to be using to collect the data of the client, collect the emails, send the forgot password, remove access, and all those things. Okay? Now, inside of ours, what do we have? We have the MII, which that one is basically.
Pero Super Database, esa data no la vamos a tener en hoja de Lego. ¿Cuál es la diferencia?
This has nothing to do with Go Level. This is an app.
Sí, correcto, pero eso es lo que hace es agarrarme la data del cliente.
Sí, te salva like el nombre, like the username and password, email, remove access, forgot password, send it to him, you know? Yeah. Okay, so what do we have? MII, this is basically Javi and I's all videos, every single onboarding calls, every single coaching call we've ever done, every single YouTube video, every single video that you guys have seen inside of Circle is all inside of this specific one. So if you go and ask a question here, it will respond how I would respond or how Javi will respond on the topic that you're asking. Okay? Marketing. We have ad copy generators, so you guys can go click on it and make ads, right? So get the scripting for the ads. VSL script creator, it will make your script. Email sequence builders. We talked about yesterday about email sequences, right? This one can write you the emails. SMS campaign builders. It will write you the text messages. Ads. Marketing agent. Hey, my KPIs right now, I'm doing $300 cost per booked call, but I only close 15%, you know, like it's costing me this much for blah, blah, blah. How do you think I should optimize it? It will answer you. Sales call analyzer. This one, I mean, if you guys are going to be building what I just showed you before, you're most likely not going to need it because you're going to have it automatically happening inside of your Slack internally. But if you don't have that yet, you can just copy and paste the transcribe, the script, right? And then it will analyze you the sales call in there. And then funding strategy generator, that one is not perfect yet. Not perfect yet, but ideally it will give you a breakdown of the credit report, the credit analysis, and then the funding strategies that you guys should take for the specific client. Not perfect yet, though. So don't come at me, okay? Okay. Now, as you can see.
So you guys pretty much use your little ticket, like the school community, and says you don't want to be bombarded with questions, you build your own AI so they could learn the information about credit or hard inquiry rules, whatever it may be, and if they have any doubts, they can ask the AI that's specifically trained on what you're training on.
Maybe
and since now, like what we're expecting to see is people to stay even longer than 4 or 5 months, because now they use this AI for multiple reasons in their business. So now they might even stay for maybe like a year, who knows, you know? Just because they have literally like.
And I'll show you some example of what you guys can use it for.
That's fire. So like you're creating like your own like chat SaaS.
Exactly. So
I made my own CSM.
Because in reality, charging for information is a flawed model because it's like reading a book. Like you can't put a book on subscription because after I read the book, why are you gonna keep charging me? So that's why people fall off other communities, right? But if you can give them a tool that they can use in their business, now they're locked in.
To reference.
Yeah. So they get, so they get the knowledge and they get technically a coach essentially with no cost to us.
Or very little cost.
Yeah.
That's lovable.
That's lovable.
That's
yeah.
lovable.
That's very lovable.
Okay, so how does that look like, right? So this is like how we actually built one of those chats, right? So again, I grabbed every single one of our videos that are inside of the curriculums, right? And then put every single SOP on the specific topic, right? And you can also give them like voice notes. So I just have like voice notes recording, explaining what is the purpose of the bot, what are you supposed to be doing, what are the type of people that are going to be asking you these questions, how I want you to reference back, how I want you to structure the thing. I don't want you to give them a huge long paragraph, whatever the case may be, you tell them what you want, right? It creates the chat, then you create a link, you copy the link, you tell Lovable, attach this, this link to this chat, and then that's what opens up. Okay? Cool. So it looks something like this. When you click on this previous button right here, so if you click on one of these ones, right, it looks like this. Hey, I'm your ad copy generator. How can I help you today? I want you to create me a copy targeting the e-commerce community. It will start thinking, and then it will give you all the scripts. And I told them I always want at least 3. So it goes in rounds of 3. So every time you ask it once, it will give you 3 different scripts. And before you ask me, it translates to Spanish. It translates to Spanish. So you just ask it, can you translate it in Spanish? And it will translate it for you. So you can make it fully in Spanish to begin with. Yes. Yes. So if you guys wanted to build it for yourself, you can build it already in Spanish. Right? Perfect. What can you do it for? What can you have it for? You asked. How can I train something to build me, to write all the dispute letters with my knowledge? This is how you can do it. You don't have to do a whole app if you don't want to. I recommend it just for gatekeeping purposes. If you don't want clients to keep having access forever and ever without having to pay, right? You would need an app. If you don't care about that, then you don't need to go too fancy. But we can talk about it more afterwards. So you can have it for answering general credit optimization questions, right? So just answering Q&As from your clients, right? If they want to ask, what's the best travel, I don't know, what's the best travel card? You know, like it can tell it, right? You just train it with whoever you want. Generate their own dispute letters, late payments, collection, charge-offs, inquiries, all those docs. Like you can create a bot just like I made it, right? Like a separate, different chat so that you can keep the information separate. In this case, it's always better to keep it separate so that it doesn't get confused, right? So you can have generate your own dispute letter just like I have marketing, right? And then you can have late payments, collection, charge-offs, inquiries, and whatever else you think you guys can do. These are the things that I thought you guys could do, but maybe like you guys that you have more nuances to it, there's other chats that you can create and train them on. Does that make sense? Valuable? Cool. But this,
You train it yourself when you do it?
What do you mean?
Like to train the chat to answer the questions, you do that yourself?
Well, I just told my VA, like, hey, this is all the documents I want, this is all the videos I want, like then I'm the one testing it, because the VA doesn't, but you can delegate the task, obviously. Yeah, everything I showed you guys today, I didn't build,
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
So you give all the data to your employee and they train the bot, but you don't be the one testing it.
Yeah, I want you to be the one testing it because like you're gonna be able to catch, okay, this doesn't really make sense.
Stress test it. So you're asking it very difficult advanced questions because if you know it's messing up, then you can fix it. And you're probably gonna ask more advanced questions than your clients either way. So.
Yep. But this doesn't help just your clients. It also helps your CSM. Because now my CSM that I recently hired, every single question he asked first the AI because he answers like me, right? So I told him ask first the AI, so they were also testing it in the meantime, then come check back with me. And I confirm. So this doesn't just help your clients, it also helps your CSM's team, your sales team. If you have the sales call reviewer, or whatever, it's helping your team without you having to do it, right?
Question, if you are trying to train the AI and you're testing it and you ask it a question and it answers incorrectly, how do you correct that? How do you teach the AI to answer?
You gotta fix the prompt that you're giving him. Yeah. So let's say that, for example, I don't know, I ask, what could be a good example?
Whatever question you ask, it'd be like, that's incorrect, I want you to answer it like this way moving on forward. So you just correct it.
Let's say that, for example, right here, this is something I did in one of them. In here, let's say that I put a video of a different creator, right? Because he explained it better than I did, right? So I put that video here. And then I ask, okay, let's say that the video was about, I don't know, how to set up an ABO campaign, right? And he made the video. And then I asked the chat, how do I make an ABO campaign? And then it says, creator named John Doe says you have to blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't want you to say that, you know? So you can just tell, like, under each one of the things that you add to Poppy, you can put a note in the bottom of it individually. So I can put, don't ever mention a different creator, always act like, is Majid saying this, right? So that's just to give, you know, a simple example that I just came up with, you know, but like into each one of these things, you can add a note in the bottom to always perfect. And then in the general prompt, that's where you do majority of the heavy lifting.
Think about it was like a normal human. If they say something wrong and correct to your clients, you're like, hey, I don't want you to say it like that, I want you to say it like this. So that's pretty much the same thing, but now it's just an AI.
Now it's just written, you know? Yep. Now, credit report analyzer. Apps that you would need to build this are NAN. You need Zapier only if you're using Monday. If you're using Go High Level, then you wouldn't need Zapier. Monday is the app that I use to track my clients. Whatever you guys are using, we can for sure build it on that too. And then Slack. Simple way, right? This onboarding form. We receive an onboarding form from our clients. We ask them upload a PDF of your credit report, right? If you guys want to ask also for the login information, you can, but this works automatically from them uploading the credit report inside of the onboarding form, okay? So we receive the onboarding form with the PDF inside. The bot starts analyzing it, and then it sends you back a message on Slack. What do we see in this message? Prefaces. I'm trying to build it that it automatically fills out the whole game plan, right? So the Excel sheet that it fills it out automatically, it's not as easy as it sounds, or maybe it sounds hard, it is. For now it's just a Slack message, and then you can have a VA copy and pasting it into the thing, but at least it's a lot faster than actually reviewing it from a credit report, right? But the end goal is to have it automatically filling out the whole game plan, okay? So in the message, what do we see? We of course see the name of the client, right? We see the name of the client. We see possible funding projections. We see the summary of this client. So overall, this client is funding ready, you know, has excellent credit score, extremely good utilization, and a clean credit report file. Minor name variances, so like we need to optimize a little bit and changing the names because he has like he has a middle name in one and some in other, you know, like, so changing those things, but we shouldn't have major issues when we're gonna fund this person. Then we have a color coordination for the client, right? So obviously green, ready for funding, yellow, needs optimizing, orange, needs more work, red, not fundable right now, needs credit repair, okay? Then it gives you a little summary, right? And then it gives you the detailed step-by-step per bureau of each one of the information. So TransUnion, credit scores, what does he have? One delinquency, it tells me right there, right? So then you can always open the credit report at that point and check what it was. Experian, Equifax, and everything, right? And then it gives you the general credit summary. So it gives you every single one of the accounts that they have open. It will tell you, is it individual? Is it an authorized user? Percentage of utilization on it? What are the limits and what's the balance and when it was opened, right? So now at least, you know, you can easily copy paste into the game plan and then you can present it to the client, right? Just makes it a little faster. Then here just shows like all the calculations, right? And then, so here it tells me like what was the issue on the name, right? So here it says on TransUnion, he has a middle name, but on Experian, he doesn't, right? Sometimes that can be an issue when you're doing funding. So you wanna make sure that you have the same exact name in all three bureaus. ¿Está bien? Perfecto. And then addresses are good. And then it gives us here the details on the inquiries. We don't have to do the math anymore, right? How annoying is it checking on the increase and we have to do the math on like how many were 6 months before, how many were 12 months before, you know, like, and doing the whole thing. Now it will tell us right here, last 4 increase, 3 in TransUnion, 1 in Experience, 0 in Agrifast, and how many were in the last 6 months and how many were in the last 12 months. And then in the step 5, the last one, it will tell us what optimization we have to do, right, in order to fund the client. Okay? So in this case, it told us that we needed to change the name. We needed to investigate on the 1 derogatory mark to check how old it was, you know, if it's going to be very much of an issue for us to do the funding or not. Add 1 or 2 primary trade lines. Maintain the same utilization that this client already had, right? That was already very low. Avoid any hard increase until we are done. Any additional hard increase, make sure that the client knows, don't apply for anything, right? Review their personal data, so ensure the addresses, the name, and the date of birth, everything matches. And then just monitor for updates, right? So this client actually posted a YouTube video on it, and we funded him. He didn't want much, you know, but we funded him within 2 weeks from joining. We funded him with $50,000 from Chase, and that's what he used to pay us and to pay for the marketing campaigns. So this is exactly what we used, right? And this happened immediately, within seconds, from him just uploading his credit report into the onboarding form. You receive all of this in a second.
Okay. Espera. El cliente tendría que cargar su monitor de crédito en Go High Level.
PDF on a form.
Okay. En Go High Level él carga el PDF y después obtengo este resumen en un Slack. Okay. Pero tiene que cargar el PDF.
Yes, has to be a PDF.
It doesn't matter which one. Tell me my target.
It doesn't matter which one. I would just it would be a lot easier if it's like the ones that they give you with the 3 bureaus all in one page instead of like 3 different PDFs per bureau, right? So MyScore IQ, identity, identity Q, all of those, you know, just not Experian, you know.
Okay. Y me voy aquí a complicarla. Si el cliente me da sus accesos al monitor de crédito, no me lo puedo jalar sin que él cargue el PDF.
Yes, but then you will have to fill out the onboarding form yourself.
Okay.
You know, you will have, you know, I mean, we could change the process, you know, and it could just be like you just, like the only question is the first, last name of the client and upload the credit report and you do it, you know, like yourself. You know, like I think everybody is able to download a PDF. I know it can get hard with some clients, you know, like they're hard-headed, but ideally they should be able to download a credit report, right? And upload it into a form. If not, you know, like if you specifically were to see that this is an issue, that all of your clients are not uploading it, right? Then we can change the process where you just ask for the email and the password, and then a team member just fills out a simple form where it's just first the last name of the client and the PDF, and the team member will do it, you know. And then at the end of the day, the trigger is just an onboarding form being filled out, right? So it doesn't matter who fills it out, you know. Perfect. So this is the credit report analyzers. Now, what are the apps that we're using for the appointment setting, right? So for the DMs, we are starting it with ManyChat. This is a custom flow that we have built. We're working directly with a developer, right? And we're building a whole, it's already built, a whole DM setter, right? I've tried many apps for DM setting, and this one is what I like the most. This is what it made the most sense. It's seamless. Majority of our clients are already using it, you know, to automate the first couple of messages of the DM strategy. It seamlessly integrates with Go High Level. So it can book the call, it knows the calendar, it knows the time, it can automatically book it for it. So if you want to just ask the client, what's your email, name, phone number, it automatically books the call right away, right? And then they receive the confirmation, all the emails, all the text messages and everything, right? And then for the for the phone setter, we're using retail AI, which is what you guys have heard yesterday. The call that I made yesterday, that's retail AI, which again is an app that you can connect into go-ahead level. So it knows your calendar, it knows your availability, it knows everything about you, about your business, right? Now, I think the best thing to do now is if I open my Instagram here and some of you tries to book a call with me, okay? Who's gonna do the typing?
We could do this for them at the end.
Huh?
Do we pitch that we can build it for them at the
Yeah.
end?
All right, so one person just message me. Actually, let me make sure it's on. Let me make sure it's on. I think it's gonna be with a keyword. Yeah. Yeah. It should be with a keyword.
So fire. I listen to that stuff like daily.
What keyword do you want?
I think it's funding. Let me.
Whoever say AI doesn't have soul, they need to listen to the song. It's crazy.
Baby, can you put down the air one little bit?
You're cold?
No, I'm hot.
Over 916, the app shows before the leads. The letters,
No. One second.
This right here, high compression shots, bro.
Okay, something happened with ManyChat that he lost my.
That shit was
Let me
crazy.
see.
I got that. It's like right here.
That's sick. Man.
Everything is good? Okay, cool. So it's just keyword funding and then it starts, right? Okay, cool. Is it on? Because someone just messaged me funding and it's not working. I'm doing it live right now with my clients. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Let me, I'll check it right now. I'm doing it with my clients right now. Okay? All right, thank you. All right, cool. Message me funding again. Just funding.
So good. I love that shit.
It takes a little too long.
I love it, bro.
I don't know why it's not responding right now. Just say, so can you help me?
Yeah.
Okay, my developer told me say stop and then start over.
You want me to write stop?
Yeah. And now say funding again. Say just, yes, I want 150K.
Yes, I want funding.
Yeah, yes, I want funding. And right now this is a general bot. Obviously we can make it sound like you guys more. Take off the little thingies so they know that it's not AI.
If below,
It will disqualify. Yes.
Yeah, we tested a bunch of time. It books calls for you.
Oh, okay.
It qualifies them, and once they're qualified, it books the call.
And then you can tell them like, okay, if it's disqualified, I want you to send them to school, or I want you to send it to the credit repair, depending on the answers, you know?
So basically it's a break.
Yeah, it's a failing, looks like. Yeah, just taking a little longer than it's supposed to.
Yeah, because when you turn it on and off, that's the mistake.
Yeah, no. Yesterday we did a ton of tests, so it went nuts.
Yeah, if you have it on, you gotta leave it on. Because every time you turn it off and turn it back on,
Yeah, like all of these are tests that we did. That we were doing yesterday.
But since we're not actively selling funding through DMs, that's why we turn it off. Because then somebody messaged me, they're gonna talk about scaling, not funding. So that's why we turned it off. And every time you turn it on and off, it gets a little bit dumb.
I got an answer.
Okay.
Oh, you answered? Okay.
Asking about my liquidity.
Oh, okay.
First, well, about how long it took you to basically get all your AIs trained up and like consistent, copy, all that stuff?
Longer.
I would say mainly the AI system and copy, mainly.
So 3 months, but I could have done it in 1. I procrastinated a little on some things. Took longer than I could have taken. Just to be honest, yeah.
So the training the AI assistant, was that probably the most difficult part of like the
No, because you're just copy and pasting things, you know, like the most difficult was probably the app and the automation of the sales call reviewer. Yeah.
How much did you pay your VA to do all the like backend stuff?
Well, he's on a salary, so it's just part of his salary. That's his job description. Yeah. Yeah. And it's my brother, so if I don't like, you know, I just tell him, like, yeah. Yeah.
They are in the VSL.
¿Ah?
The VA is in Italy.
Yeah.
Sí, que es el hermano de Cla.
Yeah.
Cheaper in South America.
¿Ah?
That's it. Now then you will receive
Yeah.
a text message
Pero
with
le pagamos el salario de un americano. So él está...
well, you're not going to receive it now because it's not
Él
connected
está
to my
bien,
goal
yeah, él
level.
está muy bien.
But ideally it would have been
Porque
in
es el
the
hermano de él.
calendar and then
De
the
ella, si no,
automations of the confirmation will
Le
go
hubiera
through.
pagado menos, pero
you
como
know?
es el hermano,
Yeah. There you go.
it took a little bit while, but it did it, boys.
And the answers here, these are not like pre-saved.
No, it's like ChatGPT
No.
responding to you.
Yeah. Yes.
So
They're AI generated, so they're going to be different every time.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
it's not like a mini chat that is auto respond.
Yeah.
No, you can have a conversation with this thing, like a full blown conversation.
It's like you.
It's literally like an AI. You know, you just train it at the response you want to respond.
After that, the customer receives email.
Yes, it's going to
Yep.
receive an email confirmation and then
And then the AI bot calls them, confirms the application, and then an hour before the call, the one that we showed you yesterday. So not only will it book a call, but it will have them call them to make them show up.
And then the sequence that we looked at yesterday would start the 1 to 13, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. And then what you can do also is you can set up an automation on GoHead level that you can connect to your Instagram, right? And the moment that someone books there, there's already the contact because it's already saved, right? And you can send them a message, awesome, this is my thank you page, you know, like, you're not gonna say thank you page, but you know, like, here's a page with more information so they can see it, because in this way, they're not going through the funnel, right? But you can automatically already from the questions they were asking, it will fill out the form for them. So when you open their profile, it's gonna show that. I don't know if you guys want to do another test. Maybe somebody else messaged me and we'll do a disqualified client. Or we're good? We're good?
What were you saying?
That I don't know if you guys want to try a different conversation, but we get the disqualified instead of qualified, right? Because he did it right now that he's a perfect client, right? But we can also try with the disqualified, so we see how he handles.
Yeah,
the
so pretty much it
conversation.
disqualifies and qualifies essentially, and then
Yeah.
books the call for you.
Yeah, and if it's disqualified, it sends them to whatever you guys want. You know, either
Yeah.
a school community or okay, this is my credit repair referral or my credit repair calendar. You know, like, and he'll book you
Yeah.
there.
And you guys are already using it right now, correct?
Yeah, we have already some clients that are using it.
Yeah, we have clients already using it, and we're using it on his account, but for our avatar.
Yeah, that's why I kind of struggled a little bit because we turned this one off, you know, because we're not actively selling phone into DMs. But every time you turn the bot on and off, it kind of like, yeah. So you got to give it a little bit of time to kind of like, I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, if you guys, any of the AI stuff that we showed you guys could either build it and we'll teach you how, or we could build it for you. So if you guys want us to build a folder, we just jump on a call this week or next week. We show you exactly which bots you want, and then it'll be different pricings for each bot, because this ones are monthly, because it literally costs us monthly. So depending on the bots that you have, that you want to build, you guys just book a call with us, and then we'll pick the bots, and then we'll give you a price for that one.
Yes,
but
we have
the caller and dialer specifically is monthly. You know, it literally costs us monthly. It's not like that we want to charge you monthly, it's literally that's what it costs.
If you guys want any of these bots for us, built from us, like I can give you the templates and you guys can
Build it
set
yourself?
it up yourself if you want to. If you want access to our team to do them, then just book a call with me.
Question. For the one where you educate the bot, could we give it the links for our school and it can go through that too, like the videos and the text underneath?
No.
No, not school, because of Loom, right?
You can do a Loom.
Yeah.
If you have Loom
exactly.
videos, yes. But like
Because
not the native link of Loom because it's a private.
It's a private.
You have to log in, you know?
Yep.
Get my Loom links and then copy and paste all my text under the schools into like the Loom summaries.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, either in the Loom summary or in the actual copy, like in the as a note under
Yeah.
the video.
We did the same thing, like when we went to try to do a school or circle, since it's the private link, doesn't let you do it.
Yeah, because you have to
But-
log in order to access the video, you know, like
But then
in
you
the
do it
bot
through Loom,
can
so
do
this is
that.
how we did it.
Yeah.
It was just
So
a bitch
Loom-
because on Circle, we didn't have Loom videos.
Yeah,
So-
on Circle we upload them. So I
we
had
had
to
to-
download them all, upload them to Loom to then
Well,
have the link.
not she didn't do that, but you know,
Well,
like
yeah,
our
but
employees
that was
did.
the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the process.
It took
that we
like
had to do.
2 months almost.
Yeah.
You know, because we had so much data. But yeah, if you guys want us to build these things into your business, like the dialer, the caller, or the picture ad bot, or any of the bots you saw, then you know you can just book a call with us, message us, hey, let me do this. Or again, you guys are gonna have like 8 calls with us for the inner circle, so weekly calls, and you could teach you anything that we learned today. We could just go over it.
Do you have like a menu for like everything you just said to remember?
No, I don't, but we could just jump
No,
on a
we'll just
call.
talk about it during the call,
Yeah,
and we'll see which
For
one.
like the specific things that I would need.
that was a good idea.
Oh yeah,
That we
no,
should have.
to make it happen.
No, baby, like literally, like here's the things.
Okay.
Let me pick.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'll do
was
it.
a good idea.
I'll do it.
A little menu of the AI bots. Yeah, it's fire.
I could just
I'll
We'll
make
build
it
that
happen.
tonight.
I'll make that happen.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions on AI? Is that valuable?
question. If I work with you to create like how you guys have the report breakdown for what you guys do, if I want to make one for like my credit repair stuff, for like my high specific sequences, could we train it on that so I can use that and then charge the people in my school for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything is possible, and we just gotta do it.
You know how to do that?
I don't, but I have people in my team that can. I mean,
That'd be fire.
yeah.
If I
And then if you have an app, then that's what makes them also want to stay in the school community for longer. Because if not, they will lose the access to it. Like now what we have in our school community, yes, you're paying the $99 for the videos, but you also have access to the bot. You cancel school, you lose the bot.
So I have one right now with I'm doing the NA8 stuff for
Okay.
my sequences. Could we make, like, whatever your team do this, like, I connected that bot to the report breakdown one, and then it can automatically tell them, like, boom, use this letter, and then it'll print the letter.
Yes.
This book of calls for the AI tools?
Yes, if you guys want to implement any of the AI tools, if you want us to build it for you guys, then we'll do it. So either the setter, the dialer, the sales call, the call reviewer and note takers, right? And what else?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
And the credit report analysis.
It would be nice to have kind of like a menu of all the bots. You know.
As a matter of fact,
You think I start doing that now?
I can do it quick.
It's okay.
I can do it quick.
Okay.
Another AI tool that you guys want to leverage for repurposing content. Like, let's say you upload on Instagram, you want to go to like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, but you don't want to manually go ahead and upload it to TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's repurpose.io.
Well, I didn't know that one.
It'll automatically post it for you?
Automatically post it. So let's say you just posted on one platform.
You heard, babe?
Yes, I heard.
It'll go everywhere else.
Repurpose.
Repurpose.io.
Yeah, so it distributes content through all the platforms.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fire.
So you only do it one time.
Yeah, that's a headache. I have somebody doing that for me, but I guess they're gone. You're fired.
Yeah, once again.
Yeah. Well, this is like she said in the beginning of the call, AI is not going to completely remove your team, but it's just going to increase the output. Because now, let's say somebody doesn't know how to do thumbnails, you know, like my client success can literally just look at the thumbnails and pick the best ones. You get me? So you don't have to, it can just, one of your employees can just do more now with AI. That's the main thing about it. But we're not at the point that completely fire the whole entire team. I'm 100% sure in the future, like 5 years from now, you jump on a Zoom call and you're talking to like 5 AI agents and you're like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. But we're not there yet. But I'm sure that's what's gonna be the future. That you literally jump on a Zoom call and you have 4 or 5 agents. Each agent, one is the closer. Because actually one of my friend with Jade knows, his name is Brian, he's actively building an AI closer. So he doesn't take any sales calls.
Wow.
You get me?
Has anyone done that?
He's doing it right now. He's dumping in a hell lot of fucking money to do it. But
He's building the ATM.
yeah. But I mean, there's already bots that are booking calls. You know, like I've tried it. I even got angry with it, and like, sir, well, you know, like it's pretty cool. So I'm sure as the technology gets better, it's gonna get to the point that you can choose to talk to an AI to make a sale, or just talk to a human. Yeah, and in the high ticket space, eventually what's gonna happen, this is my personal belief, is that information is gonna be so vast that courses, mentorships, and all that stuff is gonna cost less, but this type of events are gonna be the ones gonna be the most expensive. The human interaction is what's gonna cost a lot in the future, because information is gonna be so accessible. I'm sure like a couple of years from now, like it's gonna be very difficult selling a course, very, very difficult. Because they can look at that information on ChatGPT or any systems of AI. But the human interaction, that's what's gonna cost a lot of money. So that's where I think where the high ticket world is heading in the future. You know?
Your AI caller.
Yeah.
That one can also do the, like, right after the lead books, they can do the qualifying call as well immediately. Call them.
Yeah, I mean everything, you can
Yes.
time it when it happens, but yes.
Okay.
You know, it's fire. Well, right now we're still doing it like humans, but it's just getting, like 6 months ago we tried this and it was garbage. Like really, really bad.
But now this one that you have is.
And 6 months from now it's just improving. So like just adapt the technology as soon as possible so you don't get left behind. But it's gonna it's just getting crazier and crazier. Right now it's like making music, you know, it's just crazy. The AI is getting wild, you know?
I just made this song for a client last night. Did a mastermind for them. All AI. 2 minutes.
¿Dónde está tu canción? ¿Dónde está tu canción?
En el yacht la tiramos.
He made a song to an AI.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you heard it.
Yo te la pasé.
The Clever Money Club one?
Oh, sí, yo creo que ella me enseñó. Me acuerdo, creo.
Ese es uno de los mensajes en español que tú le escribiste que yo tuve que traducir.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of AI music. Really like the most popular rap songs they turn it into like soul music. You haven't heard none of that?
Can't even tell.
What?
I just listen to Dolph.
Well, imagine Dolph 1950s,
Alright.
like with soul, you know?
Oh wait, I think it's the IG channel, right, where they convert it.
Well, I listened to it on YouTube.
Oh.
Like he was just playing Many Man by 50 Cent, but like if someone in the 1950s made the song.
No, yeah, I've seen that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, even bad songs like Little Pump Gucci Gang, which is a horrible song. But if you listen to the 1950s version, I'm jamming to that shit.
Look,
That
listen
shit-
to this. Hold up.
What?
Hold up. Let me test something.
It's really good.
Love hearing that. Just to double check, are you all set for your call with Javi's team on your scheduled day?
Yes. Can you remind me when it is?
Of course. Could you let me know your name or email so I can pull up your appointment details and confirm the exact date and time for you?
Clarissa.
Thanks, Clarissa. Just to make sure I've got the right info, are you booked for the call this Friday, June 14th? If that sounds right, I'll confirm everything for you.
Yes.
Perfect. You're all set for your call this Friday, June 14th. Just make sure you've got
You
your
already on
Zoom
it?
link handy.
I'll send you the
so
link.
we can start
Because there's
right
multiple
on
ones.
time. And if you can, try to be in a quiet spot, not
Huh?
driving or multitasking.
Yeah.
So we can really
I heard that.
focus
Get out the
on
way,
your funding
move,
game
bitch.
plan.
This
Sound
is
good?
so good.
No, actually, I'm gonna be on the road that day at that time.
Thanks for letting me know, Clarissa. We definitely want you to be able to focus during the call. Would you like to reschedule for a time when you'll be in a quiet spot and not on the road?
I can just pull over.
That works too. As long as you're parked and in a quiet spot, we're good to go. Just make sure you're not driving during the call so we can really dive into your funding strategy. Do you have your Zoom link handy or do you need me to resend it?
Resend it.
No problem, I'll get that Zoom link sent over to your email right away. Keep an eye out for it, and if you don't see it, check your spam folder just in case. Anything else you need before Friday's call?
Can you remember what you guys do?
Absolutely. At ATMA, we help credit and funding companies scale up with proven marketing systems. Basically, we work with businesses to get more clients, streamline their processes, and grow faster using strategies that Javi and Clarissa have perfected. If you want more details or have specific questions about how we can help your business, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. I think I'll be good for the call then.
Awesome, Clarissa. You're all set for Friday's call. I'll resend your Zoom link, and if you need anything else, just reach out. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Is your note taker hitting all that?
I'm sorry?
Like, is the note taker?
It's connected to Go Ahead Level, so you're gonna have the recording on the
Answers?
yeah.
Okay. And could the note taker like do that and like separate it or no?
Well, remember, this one is not connected to the note taker that I was showing you before because this one is the confirmation call only, you know, so like Phantom is not in this, you know. So this one you're gonna see the recording just like if you would have called the lead on Go Ahead Level.
So when you get that, do you guys listen to it? And
You
then-
can listen to it, yeah.
That's
You
why
just
you always
review.
need a human.
I mean, if you wanna review, you know, like mostly,
call, right?
yeah.
Well, you just review it a couple times just to know, okay, I could trust it. That's what
I mean, I had someone doing this for us, and I had to review him too. You know. So.
Yeah.
Mostly review like the person's answers to be like, all right, I'll take.
Well, it goes on the Slack.
Well, remember this one was an hour confirmation call, so an hour before the appointment. So
Yeah, this is
I would have already known by then. You know.
If somebody just booked right now and the call was, that person was calling them like a minute later, right, the AI, and they're having a conversation, could the AI also
What the fuck is that?
qualify?
Is that from the Airbnb owner?
I think in the garage.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. What was the question?
Question is if that same AI can also qualify the prospect, like, 700 plus credit score, how many credit cards do you have?
Yeah, so it can, it's just not perfect just yet for that one, just because of all the branches. I'm still testing it out fully. I've only used it with real clients, only for the confirmation call. I'm still doing you can do tests with them, just, splitting into different branches, but ideally you can, yes. Because you can create here.
But it could go over the application on Slack, right?
Yeah, you can.
Like whatever, let's say they booked a call through DMs and then they call them, hey, I saw your application, you have this, yes, okay, perfect, everything's on,
So in here you will put your master prompt, right? So everything that you want to do, like who you are, who you help, what to do. And then in the bottom, you will have, see that it says here, edit your prompt tree. So there is where you can split, right? And you can tell them, okay, if it says 700, then do this. If it says less than 700, go that, you know. Ooh. So you do a whole branch there. You know, and that's how you can train the
it gets complicated, but that's why we already built it for you guys, so you guys don't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah. But if you guys, you know, don't want to pay, you can do it yourself.
I'm not learning that shit.
I didn't learn that shit. I'm like, I want it.
Yeah.
We need this, man. Figure it out.
So there you go. We have the menu.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's the bots are the call reviewers, note takers. So this is for onboarding, sales calls, fulfillment, coaching calls, which is really cool because as soon as I get off any call, I get a Slack notification of the bullet points, the questions asked. Do you have content about this? I highly recommend you making content about this. So it already gives you content ideas based on the conversation you're having on sales, onboarding, coaching calls. So that's that one. And it's instantly. You know, let's say you have a closer or you're your own closer, you get out the call and you want somebody reviewing your calls and it'll tell you here's where the weak points were, this is the strong points. I rate this call from 2 to 10 because of this reason. So you technically have, and I trained this sales coach on like everything that I ever purchased with sales. So that's really cool. Then you have the AI Client Success Manager. So this is what we're using is for our school community, also a high ticket offer as well. But the reason why I wanted for the school is just to keep people in the loop. You get me? Like for you, if you have just strictly credit repair and they're using this, they can use it for the whole life. You get me? Or well, as long as the technology is there, but yeah. Number 3 would be the credit analyzer. Then number 4 would be the setter. And then number 5 would be the voice setter. So those technically, well here there's like 4 technically. And then, you know, here's 1 by 1. So there's technically 9, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hay una forma, Carissa, por ejemplo, en manejar del DM setter, que si te escribe, o sea, me pasa que cuando escriben, a veces para preguntar cualquier cosa y no del negocio. Pero lo que no quiero es que cuando escriban se desate una automatización de venta porque capaz esa persona no quiere eso.
Yeah.
¿Entiendes lo que te quiero decir?
Yes.
Sí, va a ser con trigger words y también con tags en Goha level.
Ahí está.
So in Goha level, you can tag, like he was asking, what if a lead talks to me, you know, like, and
about, like,
maybe he says something about funding, you know, like, but it's not about like the actual service. So what we can do is, for example, each one of you guys, I would tag you guys as a high ticket client, no bot, right? So like it wouldn't trigger with any of you guys. So you can add a tag inside of Goha level and the setter wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta train it. Like if somebody says, "Hey, how's your day?" You know, you can just say, "Hey, my day's going good. How can I help you?" Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So you train it how you wanted to train it.
Yes.
But think about it. Remember, it's not an automation. It's an AI trained on giving a response. So the response is not pre-made. So the responses are brand new, depending on the individual. Okay. You know. And then
the developer speaks Spanish.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Not I tell him the developer speaks Spanish.
Oh yeah, and the guy he's actually an engineer, so that's what he does, and he also speaks Spanish, so he'll be able to help you. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions about this? No, you guys are golden. But yeah, this is how we went from 13 members in our company to like 5 now. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and mostly now that we're going back into offering funding again, you know, like we're doing the white label for our own clients. I needed something to streamline that process, you know, like, and just having like the credit report analyzer has helped me and my CSM not having to hire a shit ton of people.
Yeah, so like one person could do more. The only one that's missing here is probably the email maker, but you can use the Add My AI to do that. But how I do my emails, I literally give it a bunch of templates and I just speak to it, like the idea, you know, like whatever idea I'm talking about or a question I ask, and I just speak to it, blah, 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 like a minute prompt or a 30-second prompt, and then it just turns that into an email. And I literally sit there for like, I don't know, like an hour or 2 hours a month, and I do like 2 months worth of email. Okay, so like start sending emails, boys, especially for the people that haven't purchased.